huge weekend for Indiana football.
Yes, it was huge. Ranked highest ever, right?
Number 3 in the AP poll that came out today, the Indiana Hoosiers, led by Curt Cignetti and Fernando Mendoza, Surratt Cooper Jr., Fisher on the defensive side. He was literally everywhere.
Yep.
Kambart, you name it. This team is filled with dogs, and Cignetti is certainly one that is leading them all. It is a cool day to be an Indiana sports fan, especially if you know Colts are 5-1, which is the best record in ball. The Bills can become the 3rd team tonight that are 5-1 alongside the Colts and the Bucks. Steelers are 4-1. They've already had their bye week. They got a long way, but the Colts legitimately stats and record-wise top team in the NFL. And then Indiana just won into Oregon, had the biggest win of the season, biggest upset of the season. And their story is now going to be one that's going to be tried to be emulated throughout all of NIL and transfer portal football. Now, Curt Cignetti's name is immediately mentioned
every year
whenever another job is available. Joining us live from an attic in Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, and a former president of Ohio, A.J. Hawk. Hawker, good to see you. You did a great job picking the NFL spread, and obviously college, you got every game right, dude. Congratulations. Proud of you.
Maybe Hawker. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Way to do that, Hawker. But Indiana goes into Oregon, gets a huge win, and obviously I think there's a lot of tradition, especially around the Big Ten. Indiana's on a football team, right? Isn't that kind of the thought, A.J. Hawk?
They are definitely known as a basketball school for sure, but I think we are changing that pretty quickly here.
I think so too, especially in massive moments on prime time. You know, last year against Ohio State, I mentioned it, and then obviously against Notre Dame, the 2 biggest moments when everybody was like, let's see. A lot of let's see people on Indiana last year, and they lost those games. And I said they shit the bed on game day because that's real. Against Ohio State, it was like a return that was bobbled, some other stuff that was bobbled. It was like they were very much in that game with Ohio State, who would go on to become the national champions. It's like, but this Indiana team this year, they got a little bit more chemistry. They got a little bit more depth. They got a little bit more maturity. And they got a quarterback that is unbelievable. So whenever I watched Oregon Penn State play, and we're going to get to that here in a matter of moments, I watched Penn State's offense not be good at all. Okay, like I watched Penn State's offense with my own eyes not be good. They weren't good on the field, and it wasn't good on the sideline. Like even when they're playing catch on the side, nothing was really good, I thought. Now, granted, I don't know how many of those I see, so I'm judging college football, NFL football. It's like, how often do I see all this? And in my eyes, it's like, this isn't going as good. They get to, double overtime with Oregon, that Penn State team, with limited offense. Drew Aller had 1 drive where it was offense, and they get to overtime. Indiana's offense, real deal. So I thought if Indiana could protect Mendoza, he'll be able to do some, and they did. How about Sig, dude? For real. This is back-to-back years. They had to rebuild twice now. They got more. They got guys
winning in Oregon. That right there, like that win, right? That's a program win that's going to be on the wall forever. And I think Sig though is going to underplay it. Say that's just another road victory or whatever. But that's a huge deal to go into Oregon and beat them, especially being Indiana. Like you said, we think of them from before times as a basketball school, and now it's a legit football school.
A lot of people saying, yeah, they're a good team. It's Autzen, though. Like, this is Autzen. People don't win in Autzen. It's far. The weather's going to be what it's going to be. The crowd is insane. It's a Pacific Northwest crowd, so the crowd is always going to be loud. It feels like that region up there has good hooligans, good fan base, good loud crowd and everything like that. And it's like, I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't a night game.
No.
It felt like there was some things that were kind of leaning like maybe this is when Sig's team says, hey, we've been here before, we can do this. Like that's a huge step for a team to take, I think.
And you can say what you want about Iowa, but like playing at Iowa is a hostile environment. It's a bigger stadium than Autzen is. Like for them to kind of like that was like their, and Sig said it after they beat the shit out of Illinois. He was like, that game is in the past now. Like we'll have a true test next week in that road game. So I think it's after you do that and you win the way they did. It's like, realistically, we can go anywhere and we can beat anyone. I don't know if everyone else in the country feels that, but like in here, we know we're good enough to go anywhere and beat anybody.
And after the game, Fernando Mendoza and Surratt had a little bit of an interview. This is how it went.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to my guy Pat McAfee for shouting us out. Because he's friends with my guy Steve Levy and also Boston Connor. Let's go. Go Hoosiers.
Come in! Yeah.
Hoosiers for life, baby.
Let's go, brother.
I'm IU and Sig forever. IU, Sig, and Signetti forever.
No, but I'd like to say, whenever I heard that, I was watching it live, and then there was Jenny Dell gave a hilarious, all right, ESPN people on CBS right now. That is because there's people that are in her ear or that are just not happy that is happening at that moment. I thought she handled it hilariously and greatly. But whenever you talk about Mendoza and the boys hearing us, I think that's cool. But I also think that because we're in Indianapolis, like, we see them. You know, like, I think I got eyes on this Hoosiers team more than maybe most people do, because I'm turning on the local news and I'm watching Mendoza fucking spit. I mean, I'm watching him elite shit. I'm watching this. And I'm like, is everybody seeing this? And then the Illinois loss. A lot of people picked Illinois. I was the only one who picked Indiana up there on game day. And it's not just the boys on the desk. It's like a lot of people are like, that was funny, Sig, IUP, we're not doing that again. They wanted to count them out. And then they just steamroll them. And then, like you said, Sig, everybody's just on the next week. Like, oh, that wasn't a. And then people are picking Illinois to win the next week. It's like, well, are we going to say anything about this Indiana team's for real? It's like, I think the quarterback makes their offense very, very dangerous. And on defense at all three levels, had a nice tape on it. It's like all three levels, they got experience. They got all Americans everywhere. It's like they feel like they're for real. And I think Sig, although he'll never say it, I think he feels much more comfortable in those massive games as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. When you get a win like that on the road, like, there is no environment that you're not confident going into. And having a quarterback like Mendoza, I mean, he always picks the right spots. He's very accurate with the ball. And physically on defense, I feel like they can line up with anybody and punch him in the mouth. And we always talk about, you know, being on the field when we call the playoff games, just looking at both squads just physically. I still don't think Indiana matches up getting off the bus with these guys, but when it comes to actually playing and turning on tape and seeing who's punching who in the mouth, they've done it at the highest level. This is a huge, huge win for Sig.